All right, what's up, guys? So today we have a long day. We have a lot of stuff to do. First of all, we need to go get a haircut because the observant viewer would notice that my hair is getting a little bit long. And then after that, we're going to go look at cars like I said in my last video. There's 3 cars we're looking at. I'm not going to say what because it's a surprise. And then after that, we're just going to hang out and have a good night. One of the reasons of my new car is because I'm rocking with this Toyota Corolla right now. It's a great car. Haven't had any issues with it. So by all means, if you want a nice, reliable car, go for a Toyota Corolla. But me, I just need a little bit more power in my life. I want to, as I put my foot down on the accelerator, actually feel the power and feel the torque and not feel like I'm driving a slug. So yeah, that's one of the reasons we're looking at a new car today. So we'll go from there. It is a rainy day in Utah today. Forecast says we might get some snow later, so we'll see how that goes. I really hope it's not going to snow while I'm test driving cars today, because the last thing I want is to me be driving the car I'm looking at and being like, oh, this is probably the car I want. And then stepping on the brakes. Next thing I know, I'm sliding in the back of a Yukon because that would suck. That last part, that's never happened to me, but it has happened to someone I know. So got a haircut. I hope we're looking fresh now because it feels really weird to have short hair now. I had long hair for like all of winter. But we survived the freeway. That was crazy. We saw a couple accidents, so that's unfortunate. Hopefully those people are okay. But now we are on our way to the dealership to go look at the cars. All right, so first car is this Mazda 3 right here. We're looking at the 2.5 Grand Touring. It's black, and we're gonna take a test drive in it and see how we like it. So on this car, it's nice because you have the overhead display. I feel like the car almost like hugs me more with the seat and just, oh shit, stop. So the first thing I noticed getting in this car is like it almost hugs me more with like the seats and the steering wheel. I just like feel more secure, it almost feels like, than in the Golf and the Civic. I love the overhead display. I feel like the steering in this car is a little bit tighter, feels better. They all feel the same, but I'd say this and the Golf have the best like suspension. So we're gonna do a quick acceleration test, real quick. Let's stop sign. Okay, here we go. So that's foot to the floor. Up and goes pretty nice. Not as fast as the GTI, but I do appreciate it. It's quick shifting. And yeah, all right, so it's a new day today. Yesterday we went and looked at the cars, and so I went to the one dealership, and they're the one that had the Mazda 3, and the other dealerships I went to didn't allow us to film, and I can see why. I wanted to respect their what they felt. So the other 2 cars we went and looked at was a Honda Civic Si and a Volkswagen Golf GTI. And we also looked at another car that we weren't planning on, but it was a GLI, which is the GTI, but the Jetta version, for you guys that don't know. And so we went and looked at the GTI. I've been looking at GTI for a while now, and it's the one that I feel like I'm most comfortable with. I feel like it just like drives the best to me. I feel it's so sophisticated. It's that German engineering that I just really appreciate in that car. So I guess at this point it's choosing between the DSG transmission or the manual, because I've driven both and I like them both a lot. The manual's more fun, because it's a manual, but the DSG is quicker shifting and it almost feels faster. However, the manual is lighter, so it handles a little bit better. So at this point, it's kind of like I'm most likely going to buy a GTI. I'm looking at the 2017 to 2019 range. That's kind of in my price range. The S or the SE, the Autobahn, probably not. I really appreciate on the S, like the plaid seats. It's really that nostalgic feel from the 1970s when the GTI first came out with the Mark I. And so I kind of want to get that just because it's kind of a throwback and it's just cool. A lot of people don't like it. A lot of people are like, why would you go for the cloth instead of the leather? I'm like, the plaid's pretty cool to me, but I mean, I guess the leather's nice too. The sunroof is nice in the SE, and it has a nicer sound system. So it's a huge decision for me because I'm choosing between that. I'm choosing between the manual and the automatic. I think my biggest The thing I'm scared most about on an automatic though is that with the DSG, it's such a complex system. It's an awesome system. Don't get me wrong. They have it on the Audis, they have it on the Volkswagens. I don't know what other cars they have. I'd have to look into it. But like I said, it's quick shifting. It's awesome transmission. However, if something goes wrong on it, it's like a $5,000 to $10,000 fix, and that's pretty expensive. And I'll probably want to get a warranty or something on it, so I'll have to look into that. So you got to think about, like, is it smarter to get a manual where it has, 6 clutches, or the DSG where it has 12 clutches? It's a lot easier to fix them. It's a lot easier and cheaper to fix 6 clutches or just the 1 clutch, if the clutch goes out in the manual versus if the transmission fails in the DSG. So that's the other thing that I'm thinking about. So as I test drive the other cars too, don't get me wrong, I love the Mazda 3. I did the video on it earlier, and I really like the SI too. The SI's manual is so much easier than driving the manual GTI. The manual GTI is a little bit complex. You got to get used to it. But as I was thinking into it, just like the GTI feels so much faster. It's a lot better handling. And like I said, it's just that German engineering that you got to appreciate. So right now the horsepower on the GTI is pushing right around 210 to 220 horsepower, and it's about 3,000 pounds. So it's a fun little car. I feel like on the GTI too, like the modifications I want to do are just like through the roof. Like with the Mazda 3 or the Civic Si, yeah, there's a lot of modifications, especially with the SI because it's a Honda, and parts for it are super cheap. For the Volkswagen though, there's so many things, and I've had these ideas circulating through my head for the last 6 months. I think the first thing I'll do to the car is put a protective vinyl clear wrap on the front, and I might wrap it later, depending on the color I get. I really want to do like the ultra blue color, like that light blue. I'll bring you a picture right there. Super cool color. I love that color. I've always appreciated it. The next thing I'd probably want to do is put wheels and tires on it, to give it a little bit more cosmetic, and honestly with the wheels, I know this is gonna sound weird, but white with the baby blue I think would look pretty solid. So we'll see, or the baby blue or that ultra blue with black wheels. I don't know, more to come with that. It's definitely gonna be a process. There's a lot of money that goes into it, so I'll just have to see as time goes. And later on there are things that I want to do with like the exhaust. Another first thing I'll probably do is just delete the resonator so it gives a little bit of better sound. I might downpipe it later on. I might put a stage 2 tune on it. It just kind of depends. Like I said, it's quite a bit of money to do that, so it's just kind of where my price range is and how much I can afford. But handling upgrades on the car, like I don't know if I'm going to do very much handling. Maybe like I'll lower the suspension a little bit and maybe put some tighter springs on. But honestly, with the suspension as it is, I love it. I appreciate it. I don't know how you could do better than that. It's a very nimble car, I guess is the word I'm looking for. You super responsive, and I just appreciate it so much. I love it. So anyway, we're looking at buying one probably in the next month. I just need to really do my research, keep finding deals. If I can look into warranties and stuff like that, I'll give you guys updates in the next couple videos, and just where we're at. But yeah, plan on the next month me buying that car. Anyway, so to wrap up today's video, I hope you guys enjoyed it. I really liked going out and filming the cars today and just going out and filming that vlog style. Let me know if you guys like it too. In the next video, we'll be talking about have some more car discussions, and we'll go from there depending on what happens in the week. And anyway, again, I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to smash that like button and hit the subscribe button, and we'll see you all in the next video. Stay sweet out there. Peace. This is what I feared. It's so bad on the freeway right now. Oh my god.